This is Ken with the Guild Life Podcast at guildlaunch.com, and I'm here with Mark Kern, CEO for Firefall. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Great. Now, if you could, just tell us a little bit about the background of the game. What's going on that we see, when we see the demos and things like that?
Well, Firefall is a team-based action shooter that's played entirely online. It's set on a future Earth that's been hit by a cataclysmic event known as the Melting, the giant energy storm that's kind of enveloped the planet, and you're in the last remaining pocket of humanity trying to carve out a new existence. And basically, we have two main focuses. One is that we have an open-world co-op that we showed at PAX Prime, and the other one is our competitive tournament-based Army versus Army mode, which is what we're showing here and what players can actually play here at PAX.
Okay, so you said it was a group-based combat.
Yes.
So take your typical shooter like Gears of War, things like that, add teams and just let it fly.
Yeah, it's we actually have a lot of influence from games like Tribes. Our lead designer, Scott Youngblood, was lead designer on Tribes 1 and 2. And we've blended in select MMO elements because my background was team lead for World of Warcraft at Blizzard. So kind of taking the best of both worlds, but we're a shooter first and foremost, and we're only borrowing those elements from MMOs that make the most sense to add to the game.
Okay, now I thought your name sounded familiar for some reason. So okay, now looking at the demo, it's very obviously action-packed, action-oriented. Is there anything that our viewers and listeners should know if they're looking at getting into the game kind of from scratch?
Well, if you're a shooter player, you're going to feel right at home because it's completely skill-based. Okay. There are different modules and stuff that you find in the world that you can customize. Your battle frame and your weapons, for example, everything can be customized in Firefall. That gives you different tactical options, but it's not like a level 50 player can't, go against a level 1 player and get their butt kicked. It's all about the skill.
Okay, now I know that's going to be a relief to a lot of people who really feel that the shooter should remain skill-based and not have to do with leveling up and things like that. Mm-hmm. So that's actually a relief to me personally because that's the type of shooter I like. So all right, can you tell us a little bit about the gameplay? How's it feel?
We're pretty fast-paced, but we've arranged the battle frames in a variety of roles from what we call low twitch, which is sort of like you don't have to be very precise with your aiming, all the way to high twitch. An example of high twitch would be the Recon battle frame that we're debuting at PAX, which is all about pixel perfect accuracy.
Okay, so it sounds like it's available to kind of a very wide variety of people who'd be interested in it. Which yes. I guess would kind of lead into the more casual aspects of like an MMO.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. We definitely want to reach a broad base. We want to make this approachable. We think competition is fun. We would love to bring more people into it.
Awesome. All right. Well, is there anything you'd like to, anything in closing that you'd like to say to the listeners about Firefall?
Yeah. Basically, if you want a AAA, shooter with a huge co-op environment with hundreds of players, and you want to be able to download and play for free, please check out our website, firefallthegame.com, and sign up, and you'll be entered into the beta.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you, Mark Kern, CEO. We appreciate you coming on today, spending some time with us. We know it's extremely busy here at PAX, so we just can't thank you enough.
Thank you very much for having me.